Welcome to MJC Kitchens and Bathrooms. Today we're doing the first fix on a job. So they've already braced it because it's all getting micro cemented. This 3 different colours: walls, floor, vanity units. Micro cement's like a new modern technology which is going on the walls, and you'll have to wait and see. You'll have to keep following for the next videos and see. The main issue here is the waste. We need to get the waste out. So this is going to be a wet room tray. We need to make sure that the waste is running away properly. So I'm using a 50mm straight through that wall. There's loads of steel beams in there. I'm going to come straight through that wall and go straight into this waste here. Using 50mm because we're giving it a chance to run away, and it's the biggest we can use. The bath, we're going to tap into it there and we'll go from there. Run hot and cold coming out of some ply on that wall, hot and cold coming out of the ply on that wall for the tap. For the bath, never ever put a tap at the back of the bath, because how are you going to get to it? Tap on the wall, be able to get to it. You'll never have an issue. Make sure you do your waste right. Make sure you do your waste right. The only thing what's going to cause you a problem in the bathroom, especially somewhere like this, because we've got a load of steel beams through there, which is very dodgy. So, well, they're not dodgy. It's just dodgy when you're trying to run pipe, because obviously you can't run it through it, you can't run it over it. It has to be on a massive slant, otherwise you're going to cause yourself complications. So this is the waste what we've got to work with. But as you can see, the steel beams all over. So we've got to go through there. We need it on a slant down here. So we're going to come down here. We're going to boss into this 4-inch pipe here, which is sloping very nicely all the way down, because whoever put that in put a nice good slope on it. Do you know what I mean? So firstly, we're going to crack on. We're going to measure this pipe from there to round about here, and then maybe just rag these pipes out of the way and get it bossed in there. So to boss it in, I'm going to use this drill with his Bosh bits. Drill an hole straight through there, plenty of solvent weld, and then we're going to use a Bosh. Pass us that black Bosh, please. I'm using one of these. It's a solvent Bosh 2-inch with a good bolt on it, and that will get glued into that, and then that will get glued into that. Now, a lot of times they don't have a lot of black solvent weld, so it is different colour, but do you know what I mean? We're not bothered. It's in an attic, no one will see it. So I reckon I'm using timber. I bought that timber in. That needs to be hitting 50mm. Make sure, see the inside, like that, smooth. So all the air is going down is smooth. Get a bit of sandpaper, smooth it off. So what I've done here is, this is where the shower pipe is. So we mess about, that light really wants to be over there. We're out. Be able to screw straight into that, put out in theory, and then we're going to need room for an elbow, and so we've got a 20mm hole, which is good, to round about there, so it's fairly big, the bracket. That's my holes where my pipes are coming through. Just going to loop it straight round, straight up, elbow, clips, nail it, and it'll be done. So what we're doing now is I've glued that part into that waste, into there. And I've just done it by eye. You can watch all this on my YouTube channel. So now we're going to test the waste. Going to get the tray in, and I believe it is going to be bang on. So that onto there like that, and then that should fit all like that, like a glove. Do you know what I mean? Like a glove, straight on there, screw that down, that's pushed into there, that fitting's pushed up there. We've got a nice slant on. Now we just pull it off. We could even test it like that way. Get it on there so we know it's on. And that's it. It's pushed on. Perfect.
I think that last, I think it went down a timer.
Yeah, I'm finished. So that's perfect. Look at that. That is what you call perfection to the millimetre. Can you see how it's attached onto the waste there? So we know it's attached. That can move up and down. We want that right at the top really. So the waste is off the marker. And then we'll screw that down. It says solvent weld that, so we'll solvent weld that to that. Fix it down, and then we'll throw a load of water down it. And there we go. We can see the pipes pushed in fully there, as you can see there. So the measurement is exact. So now all we have to do is glue that up because we know it's going to fit. We know that pipe's on a nice slant like that, and job's a good one. Fix it in then. Screw it all up. So what we've got here, I'm going to get this waste in here. Someone did mention on my channel to use a flex. You don't want to be using flexes on waste for all sorts of reasons. Where if they rod them, they could split. If you put chemicals down them, they could melt. So what we're doing is we're getting that firmly on there, and then I'm bending out, twist it like that, and then before it dries, what we're going to do is we're going to dry fit this one onto there like that. So as you can see, the fitting inside, beautiful. And then we can just move that pipe to that. So now all we have to do is let that dry, and that is going to be like a dream. Then all we have to do, once that's dry, we'll take that fitting back out, we'll glue this 45, and then we'll push that on, screw them up, plenty of silicone with a load of foam underneath this tray, just to take that bounce out because it's going to get micro cemented. And that is how you do the drain. Beautiful. So what we're doing now is we're going to have to do it all at once. Make sure you don't get it all inside it. You don't want it inside the fitting. On it round the fitting. I only ever do the outside of the fittings. I don't do both. Some people do both. I don't bother. I never have and I never will. Push the fitting on, then twist it. Twist it round. I'm going to slow it up there, straight on to the next, because now we're moving for time. Plenty on. Why I'm using plenty? To make sure that it goes on. Make sure there's no lip on it inside. Because once this goes, that's it. We can't take it back up. Right, and then I'll make a stick down there. This is going to take any bounce out of it. Don't worry about that on the wall, never panic. Might have a little bit more there. Never panic because it'll squash down. That's where the bounce is. Yeah. And then this, plenty of silicone around that first. And then on this end, because that's been drying, I'm putting some glue on the inside of that. That's just so it slips on. You know what it's like when you want a bit of lubrication, you know what I mean? Twist it, push it on, push that down, and it's like a dream. Look inside of it, and it fits bang on. Look at that, beautiful. Watch the full video on my YouTube. MJC Kitchens and Bathrooms, bish bash bosh. That is beautiful. No lips on it, no changs on it. That is why they call me the master. Do you know what I mean? No messing about. If you can't bounce on it now, you're not going to be able to bounce on it when you get in the shower. When the micro cement goes on, and it's going to crack. So you've got to make sure that it's solid, firm. Because if it's not now, it's never going to be. That's it. So we drilled all them holes in, and now pack them out, silicone it. Now if you're not used to this, if you're not used to using your impact driver, don't use it. Do you know what I mean? Because you'll crack tray. This is like my right arm. So Lee could have done that while he stood there playing with himself, you know what I mean? But no. Of course the drill down, am I doing it? You're too busy about dreaming about Leeds winning today, you know what I mean? Plenty of silicone in it. And then screw it up. I've put that on there because there would a bounce on there from the tray because it's bored. So there won't be a bounce on it now. Once the adhesive dries, it'll be beautiful. Is that finished, Keith? It's finished. Don't forget, watch it all on my YouTube channel. Finished now.
Start it again.
Eh?
Yeah. It just finished.
It'll be dry. As waste is nicely. Now when on that, but because to get micro he has to make that a sealed unit. It's hard packed and it's not